Hello, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to some more Captain of Industry. So yesterday we finished up. I think we were almost done with this thing. Made a little bit of progress towards it. Game's paused right now. We're gonna go ahead and let it go to run, and that should hopefully start getting us our stuff. Our last few construction things over here. So those are still being built. Probably. Yeah, so we're actually got a storage box for that. So we want to repair the shipyard. We want to pause the coal maker save on wood, right? So we actually have coal up here now. So we're going to pause this guy. Let's see. Pause it. You know what? Finish that one. There you go. Now pause it. All right. So I'll pause that one to save on wood. We want to research construction part 2 here in a second, if we're not already doing that. Construction. We're doing captain's office. That's fine. So it looks like the dock is getting repaired now. Repair the dock. Repair. Okay. All right. So the dock is repaired. Ship designer. Ooh, ship designer. Ooh, ship engine. Ship engine. Okay. Oh, ship bridge. Okay. So maybe we'll be able to go there and change the look of the ship a little bit. That'd be cool. All right. So we're gonna collect the mines. So that's gonna give us some of these points. We'll synthetic rubber. We'll get those points. Vehicle parts. We'll get those points. And then fill the ship with diesel. Load the crew on the ship, right? All right, so we wanted to do both of those things. Let's see here. Let's go open research. It wants me to do construction 2, which isn't currently in our thing. I think. Oh no, we're gonna do that one next. That's fine. All right, so that one's gonna be done as soon as we get done with the captain's office. All right, so all the stuff is going good there. Let's see. If I just put, because I don't really want to run a tank or a line all the way down there. I'd have to run a line, which technically I could do. Let's see. Oh, fuel for ship. Ship load is overloaded with cargo. That makes sense. So we want to fill it. Just fill the ship. All right. So we're going to go ahead and fill the ship up with fuel. All right. So that should start sending trucks over there once they get done doing other things. Could probably make a few more trucks. You know what? I want to wait. I want to wait and see, because eventually we should start getting better trucks, I think, or upgraded ones. I'm not sure how that process is going to work out, so I don't want to start doing that too crazy. All right, so it looks like the fuel is there anyway. Okay. Load crew. Okay, let's load the crew. Okay. Explore first location on the world map with a ship. Okay, explore world map. Okay, how do I get to the world map? Nope, 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 nope. World map. There it is, tab. So we want to explore a location. We need to explore this. Explore. Okay. So let's send the ship up there. Oh, look at that. The ship is all taken off. So we got that guy going out. Meh, meh. All right. All right. So we are exploring the first location. I'm sure that won't cause us any problems in the future at all. All right. Let's see. All right. These guys are all going. So right now, for the most part, we're kind of. I need to get. See, what am I researching? Construction open. I want to get conveyor belts. And if I can get conveyor belts, that should make my life a little bit easier. And then once I get conveyor belts, I can start setting up a more of an automation for this stuff, so I'm not using my trucks for it. And as soon as I do that, then I'll be more worried about trying to get a situation going that I can like copy and paste. I think these guys, and then that the other side too is I want to be able to take these guys and basically start storing them. Probably not a bad plan to start building a storage unit for those guys over here. That's fine. Like that. That could be a problem. I may have to redo that water thing. And if we really wanted to, we could do like loose storage also. All right. These guys are all going and cooking with gas now. Probably. Do that. That'll be fine. And then let me get, where is this guy? Fluid pipe. You can go. That will be fine. You get, no. It, once it gets kind of close to where it wants to go, it just locks in. All right, so we'll get those guys built, and then what we'll do is we're going to take this guy here like this, and we'll go, we're going to request diesel. We're going to manually load it like that. And then we're going to give it a little bit of a higher thing, right? And then the diesel in here, we can actually take this back down. Like that. So this should kind of keep diesel in there for us. And then that, so this should keep 100 diesel in here. And then as we have diesel in there, it will pump it into the other things for us, our generator and our dock. So that way we can have that stuff going. Do tab, see what this guy is doing. Damaged cargo ship. The damaged cargo ship needs to be repaired before we can use it. That's not good. Start repairs. Waiting for materials delivery. This doesn't seem like a good thing. It seems I don't have another boat, so I don't know how I'm supposed to be getting materials out there to it. So that is going to be repair shipyard set sail. We got that one done. I guess I should have actually seen what it was going to do for me. Let's see, how is this guy doing? He is, construction 2 is almost done, which means we should have the captain's office. No, I don't want that one. Let's see. Trade, research, forestry, logistics, buildings. Captain's office. Enables you to declare edicts and significantly affect your island's population and industry. All right, so we'll go ahead. We'll put down the island, the office. Put you there. All right, so that thing should get built. It's like it's nice how everybody else lives in cargo pods, and I have a house. It doesn't seem right. All right, so they're bringing iron into that guy, and then if we go here to this guy, unless it needs all of them there. Yeah, so it's pretty much burning through my entire backlog of extra stuff I had laying around. I don't think that limestone goes down as far as I wanted it to. All right, so that thing is going, starting to build this up. This guy is going. See. Oh, we can build another shipyard. Oh, so I guess if we wanted to, we can move the shipyard. Probably get rid of those 2 trucks. Then just get rid of those 2 trucks for now because I'm not using. I've paused this because I have coal. So that should be fine. All right, so they are all going there, and then those 2 trucks can go do other useful things. All right, so it says I have all of it there. Okay. Chip designer. No. All. Hmm. Okay. One. The problem is I don't think I can send my ship. So is my ship? Is it a different cargo ship? I'm gonna have 2 ships. I'm very confused as to what's happening. All right, I'm gonna give it a little bit of time to get that thing sorted and figure out what it's doing. Yeah, so it's is at island. Doesn't seem to be out here anywhere. All right, let's give it a second to figure out what's going on. If not, I'll have to build another dock and see if it gives me another ship to be able to take stuff to it. I send stuff this way. Nope, they just asked me to trade with village. All right, so that stuff is all going good. We're slowly working through construction 2. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Yeah, yeah. more killing with the potatoes. All right, so that stuff shall be going good there. And then as soon as we can get this thing built up to here, we'll be able to get trucks up here. And then we can get down there. But I think we want to start working towards over here. So I think what I want to do is to start doing that. So I'm gonna start a, let's see. Probably want to build me 2 more cranes or 2 more excavators and build 2 of those trucks. And then what I want to do is I want to go over here and I want to go terraforming, and then mining designation terraforming, right? We're going to go down. But we'll start up here, right? And that is not going to be far enough back. All right, so get rid of these guys. Let's try this again. We'll start further back this time. Yeah, that will be better. Okay, I need to start down that there. Yeah, because I want to go up. I don't think it's gonna let me go up. I want to go. I don't want to do a dumping designation because I want to basically dig down into this, but I think I'm gonna have to do a dumping designation. And basically to build up to that, but I don't want to do that. I want to do the other way. Do like that. If I do like that, then it'll take that top portion off. Do a mind control tower here. And then once you get that thing done, you're all good like that. So once I get that ability to get up there, that will send the stuff all the way over there and start digging up there. And then probably have to flatten this area. Let's see. Let's see. Do that one like this. And I go through this mountain valley and make it more flat. Oh. Made a mistake. So I'm going to take it all down to 31. I think this section over here is a little bit lower. All right, so then I can do that. And then get rid of some of these like this. rid of those. Get rid of those. You know what? Let's get rid of those two. And let's get rid of those. We'll just make us a nice little 2-lane highway in there. All right. And then we'll do another little control guy here like this. That. All right. And then once we kind of get those kind of going, we'll be all right. So eventually, once this thing kind of figures its life out and can get up there, and then like I said, this one's probably too wide. I can get rid of like this guy. That guy can go away. And this guy can go away. Actually, you know what? All of those can go away. That's fine. There, that'll be all right. So hopefully that will kind of figure its life out and just kind of make the area that I need to be better. All right, so that stuff is all good. We ever figured this guy out? No, you still don't know how to do that. All right, so let me build, let's see, a shipyard. Problem is it's trying to find a flat area that I can actually get. It is on the ocean. Can I just put you over here? Is this gonna... The whole thing need to be on the ocean? Train is too low. I am very confused as to what I'm supposed to be doing with this thing. Can I just pull the truck, the shipyard back, or pull? I don't think I can. Is it mad because I have too much stuff in here? Problem is, I can't really keep the shipyard empty because, like, get rid of that stuff. I'll get rid of the dirt. I'll get rid of the... Shipyard's still overloaded because I have all this other random weird stuff in here. I'm very confused as to what I'm supposed to do with this. I can't pull the ship back. Yeah, so... Yeah, go get the stuff and bring it back. Like, I don't know why you're not doing it. Let's see. Let me get another diesel generator. And then get us pipe. Get that guy built like that, so we'll have two of those guys. Because that's not awesome. Message center. Welcome, Captain. Iron smelting, harvesting. All right, let me figure out what I'm doing. I'll be right back. All right, playing around on this screen, I found this where if I hit this, I can hit go home. Okay, so that way it'll just tell the ship to come home. All right, that will probably help. Hopefully that will get the ship back here, and then I can take the 240 stuff, and hopefully as soon as the ship gets back, it will pick up that stuff and take it to the ship, and we'll see what that does. Maybe it gives me 2 ships. That'd be great. All right, so we're building this guy. We got some water. We got. Let's see. Oh, let's go here. Look at this. Growth boost. Pops 40. Plenty of food. Food consumption increased by 20%. You know what? We could probably do this one. So we'll go ahead and do that one. Can I not do that one? Oh, it's working. Oh, does it work on this one? No. I don't know. It just says he's working. I don't understand what that means. Okay. Can I make it active? How do I make it active? We don't know. Build an assembly 1, produce construction parts. Okay, so this guy is back. Is it loading? And it loaded all that stuff in. So that's going to the damaged cargo ship. So it looks like it's trying to get refueled, maybe? No, it's got the diesel in it. It's got the stuff in it. It's brought back some iron scrap. Cannot unload cargo. Shipyard is full. Fine, keep it empty. Problem is I don't think I have enough storage to be able to keep this stuff empty. So that is going to be a problem. It's gonna take the diesel out of there and go put it over there. Oh, it's just taking this diesel out. All right, so that I can live with that. So we'll get all this stuff hopefully pulled out. So it doesn't tell me like how much it can hold. All right, so we'll get that. See if we can get that figured out. See if we can get that stuff picked up. All right, so these guys are all going. This guy's still being dumped on. That guy's still going. That guy's not built because he's useless. Let's see. We got some. Oh, we got some. Yeah, we got 2 of those over there. So that may be a good thing to go to build down here. Because if I can build down there, I could get around. I could start digging this copper, and then start digging this iron. And then that opens up this side, maybe. I think we can travel across that. It's pretty bad, but I think we can get across it. All right, let's see. All right, so we need to go back to here. And then we need to build us. Nope, not storage, not transport. Power. Nope. Production. Assembly 1. Right? And then we're going to build us an assembly 1. We'll just build it back here. It'll be fine. We'll build that guy. And then this guy, we're going to set recipe. And then it will be construction parts 2. Right? So that will be fine. Once they figure out their life and actually build it, that'll be okay. Oh, and then we can build an assembly 2. Oh, it needs 30. Fast track produce more advanced products. Okay. What is that kind of... Oh, it's like bluebells or something. All right. So I should be building that. Then we should get those. And then at some point, we'll actually get the ones made that we need. Hopefully, that's the plan anyway. We'll see how it works out for me. We still need to get all this stuff out of here, which is easier said than done. Problem is like I don't even think, because like even if I built one of these things, they'll only hold like 200. So, like, in order to even get, I would have to build 2 things for rubber, almost 2 for cement, like 8 for copper, just to be able to get this stuff out of here. For vehicle parts, I need extra. I could probably just turn the vehicle parts into things. Yeah, I could probably just turn the vehicle parts into stuff. That uses rubber. Uses rubbers and vehicle parts. So maybe we'll just make a bunch of extra trucks. They have 140 vehicle parts. Uses 20 a piece. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. Nah, just make a bunch. It'll be all right. Just make a bunch of trucks. Let's see. And if nothing else, we'll just have a bunch of extra trucks laying around. I should have had an extra conveyor. Or, why am I missing an excavator? You go there. Oh, there he is. You can also go down there. All right, so those 2 guys will be down there out of the way. Just extra excavators for when I need them. And then this guy is just going to start producing trucks and see if we can get some of the stuff out of here. I'm going to still have a ridiculous amount of extra copper, which is could be a problem. Let's see. Can I just what do I need for storage? 200 use supported products. Yeah, the problem is I would need to build a bunch of these things. What does it take to build one? 30 construction things, which I don't really have that many construction things laying around. I have 150 of them. I can make 5. But I don't know if I want to do that. All right, let me see. How do I get this stuff out of here? Yeah, I think that is. I think maybe maybe that's just trucks. I don't know if I can connect conveyors to that thing. Can I just build like? Can I just build a bunch of those and see what happens? To see if it takes that stuff out of there. Because if I don't designate what it is and it's right next to that thing, maybe they'll take it out. Maybe we'll take it out. That'd be great. All right, so I think they're going to go build the trucks. That's bringing stuff over to help build those things, so that's fine. So we'll just get the extra trucks out and see if we can get this guy emptied. That'd be great. We do have diesel coming down here, so that's helpful. The only bad part is now they're coming to refuel down here. So now I'm double handling the diesel to get it down here. All right, so those guys are all going to go build that thing. All right, so that should be good. Now let's see if somebody goes and grabs stuff out of the warehouse and puts it in there. Or if I'm going to have to designate what it's supposed to be. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if they'll put stuff in there without me telling them what it's supposed to be in there. So I'm just gonna let them run for a minute and see if they'll actually start grabbing things out of there, or if it's gonna be this weird thing where they don't. All right. Doesn't look like they're gonna grab stuff out of it. Yeah, so they're not grabbing things out of there. So I think probably do concrete. So this guy can change to cement. This guy can be changed to rubber, maybe. Yeah. And then this can be changed to copper. And this can be changed to copper also. And then this one, when it gets built, I'll change it to copper. See if we can at least get the stuff out of there. And then hopefully, like this stuff, like the iron scrap, some of the other things that are in here, maybe they'll be able to pick that stuff up. Shipyard is overloaded still. So hopefully that will bring that stuff down a little bit. That will get more trucks. We got more trucks coming too. So we'll get all those out of there. At some point we'll have to figure out what to do with all this stuff. I guess I could have sold it. I made it just made a mess. All right. So we got to figure out how far we got to get this thing down so that we can at least get some of this stuff out of here. And then the trucks should be coming out, and as soon as they come out, they should be basically going straight to work. And then just have a whole little, just crazy amount of trucks coming on. So that's all the copper still being unloaded. Looks like those things are fully loaded. Once this one gets built, we'll change it to copper also. And just because that's the biggest bang for my buck, right? Like if I tell it to take like concrete slabs out, like it'll only take a half a stack, where this will take a full stack out. All right, so those guys, that one's not full yet. Got another 40. All right. Those guys are empty. Why are you not working? Because you don't have wood. All right. You can have your truck back. At some point, oh, they probably took all the wood that was in here out and took it over there, so that's fine. So hopefully he'll get a, yeah, there's a truck back for him. So that way he'll start getting lumber again. And then that can, I may want to give him 2 since I have 2 of those. All right, fine. You can have 2 trucks again. You can have 2 trucks again. And then, yeah, because that we basically ran out of those, so I can't do any more there. This thing can't get unloaded because it's still overloaded. You know what? Can we just sell trade with village? This guy. Available for borrowing. I don't want to borrow. I want to sell. I want to. I don't think. I'm gonna adopt a population, but I want to actually sell like copper to them. But they don't want copper. They'll take coal and I'll take all the kinds of stuff that I don't want to give them. Like, they don't... You guys are useless. You don't want what I want to give you. Right? Because I like none of the stuff here. Like, I can give them the concrete slab, I guess. What can I give them for... Why would they give me for concrete slab, though? No, I can't. They want to give me concrete slab. Oh. I'm stuck. All right, so this should be... the wood should be coming over here to make these guys again. Yeah, those guys are starting to produce again. And then once those start getting produced, we'll get... I think this only needs like a couple more. Yeah, it needs 10 more. But I need to just get this stuff out of here, I guess. Like, I guess I could just delete some of it, but this is all really good stuff that I need. So I don't want to delete it. All right, give me a minute. We're going to get caught up. All right, so it looks like I finally got the ship unloaded. So if you're there, I want you to go back to go fix that. Deliver cargo. Okay, so that guy's going back to deliver cargo. That's fine. We can keep that empty. Yeah, I don't know if that did anything to actually do. Okay, so it's loaded. We just have to... Okay. All right, so there's our ship going back to there. I did try to... I was just building things everywhere. So when you put rubber in there, that's fine. Or put concrete blocks in the other one. And then these guys should be taking the iron scrap out and having it melt it down as soon as I need to. Just trying to keep this stuff kind of loaded. I ended up with like five storage boxes there just for copper. It was bringing copper from over here too, because I didn't tell him not to. All right, so that guy should all be getting loaded into there. And then once that gets done, it should probably be going up here to grab rubber also and bringing it down. I just decided to put the rubber over there because I'm going to need it here. I do have connect several machines with conveyor belts. So we could probably go in here to transport. We can flat conveyor belt, right? So we can do from here to there. Then from here to there like that. So those guys will be automatically pushed into there. And then once that gets its life figured out, we can go over to this guy. We can do flat conveyor belt here to there like that. And we can do one like that. No, that is not what I wanted to do at all. That was not it. You go away. You go away. You go away. That's not what I want. I wanted to do over here instead. The problem is I don't think I can do... You know what? That's fine. Why not? You go there. Flat connector. Nope, that is not what I want to do. Let's see. We can go from there to there like that. And there to there like that. All right, that'll be fine. At least with the conveyor belts, it figures out how to put them in to go where it needs to go. And then, so once this guys all get built, they'll stop being able to having to put those things back together. We've almost got our fuel station researched, so we'll be working on that soon. And then construction 2, set up conveyor belts, right? So we can collect a reward for that. And then this we'll start working on getting a better situation for this stuff. Hopefully once this all gets kind of figured out. I do like how the conveyor belts are just like, okay, well, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. If I do this, that gives me 80 of those. That's fine. Gives me some of those. That's fine too. I think that stuff just gets dumped into here. It does. And that's how we get that thing overloaded. Let's go back to our world map because you should be here. Okay, so you're useless. Where's my ship at? Oh. Go home now. What is in there? Nothing. Does it tell me what's in there? No. Can I see anywhere what's in the ship? Did I just give away 200 iron for nothing? The U-shaped connector. Oh, so U-shaped is probably for transport bulk materials, all types at the same time. Okay. So basically that would allow me to take like the ore here, right? So I can take the ore with the U-shaped connector and get it to go where I need it to go. Okay. All right, so that stuff is all going well there. This is all going. So now it wants me to build the fuel station. All right, so I'm gonna go up here. Logistics fuel station. I'm gonna build a fuel station. That'll be fine. And then get me pipe. I want you to go there. And then connect to there. There you go. And then once you get the fuel station here, we can give it some trucks. There you go. Now you can have 3 trucks. So what should happen is as soon as we get our 3 trucks assigned to it, they should start basically taking fuel all the way over wherever we need to go. So these excavators won't have to come back here anymore. We'll actually send a truck to them to fill them up because they're slow. And 3 trucks is probably more than I need, but it's how many I'm gonna have. Oh, I didn't realize that it actually kind of flows through the pipe too. That's cool. And then you'll see this guy here gets fuel added to him. And then where are we going? Where are you going? I can just follow you, right? Yeah, there you go. Boop. We can see where you're gonna go. So you're just gonna take the fuel and then drive it out to our buddies, and then refuel them so that way they don't have to come back. So instead of having the hose tracking back and forth, we can just have this guy take it out to the excavator. And they go a little bit faster. a little bit easier for him to get around, and then it should ultimately make it a much more efficient thing. It just depends on how far he's going, especially when we start getting further and further out. The further out we get, the crazier this is going to be. I don't know if it refuels the trucks too. It might. Yeah, so that's all the way. That's a long drive out just for copper. Drive all the way out here. Drive down here, and then we'll refill. And then he can do his happy life, and we will just kind of keep our fuel. We'll just keep everything flowing. So we may actually need a few more trucks there. I will give him 4. He can have 4. All right, let's see. So that should all be going good. We should build a loose storage connected blast furnace to a U-shaped conveyor to output slag. So it wants the blast furnace here. Oh, blast furnace there, right? So basically what it wants me to do is it wants me to build, let's see, storage, loose storage, right? And then we can kind of just put it here, right? And then it wants me to build transport U-shape from here to there like that. And then that way, once that gets built, this thing won't back up from slag. It'll just back up to that. But then we can set this thing and go tell it we want it to do slag, right? And then basically trucks keep full of under it, right? So, and then basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell this thing to basically for the trucks to keep it empty under basically under 100. So basically they can be half full but no fuller. And then that just kind of gives me a single place for the slag to kind of to gather. And instead of this thing being clogged up, it gives me a little bit of chance to kind of to process things and to allow it to go through. And then those will all go out there. They'll cool, and then you'll see they're all going to come in here, and they'll be just automatically delivered over there. It's just about efficiency and trying to get things going a little bit better and easier. And then so this guy's just going to kind of come up there, and the animations in this game are amazing. Like just being able to watch it like on the pipes and stuff like that. I'm really happy. I kind of let the game kind of simmer for a while and come back to it. Because like I said, I backed it on Kickstarter. I saw it originally. I'm like I was really happy with it. But yeah, so you see a little bit of slag in there. Be all right. All right, so let's see, fuel station, we got that. So that's gonna give us more fuel, more of that stuff, more fuel, more of those things. Water for settlement, research settlement water, right? So let's see, what are we actually researching? We're doing terrain leveling right now. It wants me to do probably settlement water here. So ramps for vehicles, I probably don't super need those. I wanted to get blueprints because, well, blueprints. Housing 2, probably not a bad plan to go to. So let's go with a groundwater pump. We'll add that one to the queue. We'll do settlement water. We'll add that one to the queue. We will do irrigated farms. We'll get that one in, and then we'll do crop rotation. And then that way it should allow us to kind of start doing that. Tree planting, probably not a bad plan either. Let's go ahead and add that at some point too. All right, so that should kind of do that. What are you doing? You're just sitting here. Why are you just sitting here? It doesn't look like you brought anything back. You go do something useful. All right, so so once we kind of complete that, it opens up for us to go to the next area. So we're gonna do this. This one's 195. This one's 337. Let's go here. Let's do the stuff that's closest around us first. The idea here is to kind of do exploring and push further out and kind of get that stuff going, because as we can do that, we can kind of see what's in the map and kind of get other things to come help us, right? And kind of work our way through it. I don't think you're dumping as nearly as much as I would like for you to. Probably could do this guy straight into there. That would be great. And then you, my friend. I wonder what's going to happen if I don't tell it to hold copper and I just try to stuff copper in it. Because these guys should be coming through here. This one should be getting full. Right? So as soon as that conveyor belt's built, it's going to try to stuff copper in that building. And all these guys should, yep, there they go, should be cooled and rammed into this thing as fast as we can. Because the real question is what happens if I have all this stuff going. Is it gonna back up? Is it gonna, like, obviously this is probably gonna back up, right? Yeah, it kind of slows down. That'll be good. It's just gonna take forever for a truck to get out here. I don't think I've actually watched this one run yet, so am I gonna be able to watch it run? I should be able to watch it run. Yeah, there you go. See, it's just the animations. It's gonna go down and grab them and put them in, and then freaking dunk them in the water, electrocute them a little bit. It'll be all right. A little bit of electrolysis never hurt nobody. That thing's actually pretty quick. Holy crap! All right, so then, oh, nope. It says you are now copper. It starts putting copper in it. All right, good, 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 good. All right, so that stuff is all going. All right, let's see who else we got going over here. You, map. Where are you? What are you doing? Are you there yet? You're not there yet. Why aren't you there yet? Oh, no, you're there. Ocean drilling technology. Well, and we found some loot. Okay. Our ship has discovered an oil rig. Can I do this one? Oh, so I have 13, just over 1,300 kilometers. Doesn't tell me how much I have left there. So let's go explore that one. Okay, so it gives me ETA, gives me how many days I have. Oil drilling. Start repairs. We want to start the repairs on that guy. I don't need oil drilling yet, but I'd rather have it ready before I'm ready. Go over here and see what this guy's doing. 10 days. Come on. Traveling to location 64. Yeah, why are you dinging? You're not there yet. What are you doing? Uh, Exploration is in progress. And it says, okay, so it says 350 kilometers away from our island. Right, so I have 1,000 left. Right, so they're exploring. Ship is getting full of goodies. This thing is... All right, so they're digging copper again. So hopefully that will start putting dirt back up here again. And then eventually that should be able to build this guy over here. As soon as I can build that guy, and we're good. All right. Well, it won't be good, but we'll start making progress, and I'll probably want to start digging down here too. Probably. Now, if I do that, I do terrain, terraforming, mining designation, right? So if I start up here, no, I want it to go down. No, that's going down to 0. I don't want it to go down to 0, right? So if I do that, I think this is, what is this? This is 4, 3, right? So if I do this, I get back to 3 there, right? Get rid of all those guys like that. And then I do flat like this. Ah, there you go. So that way we're making this a nice ramp coming down, right? And then we'll be able to get down. I don't know if that's, I think that's 4. I lied. Get rid of all those. Get rid of that one. Now let's try this again. Leveling. There you go. That's what I wanted. Just like that. All right. So that brings me down to 4. All right. So there's a little bit of, nope. Let's get, you go away. Go away. Okay. All right. So that will all be good there. And then if I go over here to this guy, right? And then I tell you to edit the area, and I go like this, and I go bloop. Like this. I grab you back here like this a little bit, and then I grab you over here like this a little bit, and be all right. Yeah, look at that. So now you can do dig over there. You can be, let's see, let me get here. So this is 14. There you go. That will all go even to 14. All right, so that should give me the ability to kind of get all this stuff kind of done once they get their life figured out. We'll go ahead and give you 2. I'll give you 6 trucks. That'll be all right. Maybe I'll make some more trucks while we're at it. All right, let's do that. Let's get this guy here. Make some more trucks. All right. So trucks are going. This stuff is going. Oh, my ship is back. It's got a bunch of garbage in it that I can't get rid of. It looks like we're bringing fuel in. I do have 120 of those things in there for that guy. And then, so I should be able to, because this is just extra iron scrap. So I need to get, at some point, I need something just to process iron scrap. So let me go here, go to tab, go deliver the cargo to the oil rig. What's this guy wanted? Oh, it just says fully explored. Why would I want to visit again if it's fully explored? All right, so I probably want to set up here, and this guy I want to change and tell it to set recipes. I'm going to tell him to stop doing those. That'll be fine. And then over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go production, and I'm going to go smelting instead, because smelting would be better. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to do this guy here like this. And then we're going to set this one up a little bit better. We're going to set this one up with a loose storage, right? And we're going to set it up like this, right? So we'll set up a loose storage. And then can I copy this guy? Control C. I can copy him. Ooh, I can't copy him. All right, so we're going to set up another one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to set you up just like that. All right, so that will be good like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go transports. We're going to go U-shape. You can go from here to there, and there to there, like that. Okay. So that way we have those guys going. No, is that, did I put that thing too far back? I put that thing too far back. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, try that again. No, I think I did put it there. Nope, I put it in the right place. Can't control Z? No, can't control Z. Okay. All right, so those guys will eventually get that thing built or tore down, and then I'll build it back. Come on. They're waiting for material removal. All right, come on, take it out. Take it out. You haven't figured out how to do it yet. It'll be all right. All right, so there he's taking them out. All right, so Control V again, and then if I put this guy right there. There. All right, let's try that again. U-shape conveyor from there to there. All right. So once I do that, we'll take and we'll build another storage box here. I can't put slag in there. That would have probably been smarter. Do this guy here like this. All right, so I do need to get some molten channels out. And then smelting metal caster, right? So I think this may have been prematurely designed. All right, so that stuff will all go like that. All right, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's see. Let me get all this stuff out. I should have started from the other end. All right, get all that stuff out of here. Get this out of here too. All right, let's try this again. Now, so those things will both be there. Now, can I swap this? Mirror it. I can mirror it. Okay, so I can mirror that, which means if I put in, get rid of this. All right, I'm doing some mirroring. I got to make it look. I got to make it look pretty. All right, so this guy can go in like that. Okay, and then this guy back to smelting, back to the blast furnace. Right, so this guy's going to go around like this, and then but it's mirrored now, so I can do it like that. Okay, I just don't know if that's going to be too close, I think. Okay, so let's get rid of this guy then. Sorry, there's a lot of trying to make it look pretty going on right now. All right, so let's do this. So metal caster, and then we'll do that. We'll hit this. So that way they should be, no, you're not doing it. That's what I wanted, I think. Yeah, that's what I wanted. All right. So basically I can do it like that. I guess I should have done it the other way where, yeah, those need to be the other way. All right, so go away, get rid of those. All right, let's try this again. So let me rotate it once, flip it like this. That's what I want right there, like that. Because I want the metal coming out at basically at the far end. Okay, get out of the way. It's not being cooperative. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy here. I'm literally going to shove it as close as I can to that. Like that. Right, and then we'll do another one. Then we'll flip it again. And then as close as we can again. Right? So that way they're kind of in there as close as we can get them. All right, so we'll do this. We're going to do flat conveyor. There. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, I don't want a flat conveyor. I want a molten channel. Like that. Molten channel like that. So that way we bring both of our molten channels out, and I've screwed up. I screwed up. Anybody catch what I did yet? All right. Yeah, these are two outputs. I need to be able to get those out. I can't put them that close because if I put them that close, we can't get stuff out. So let's try this again. So this guy is there. Let me give it 2. We'll give it 2. That'll be a lot closer and a lot better. Yeah, it's a couple more belts here, but it'll allow us to get the smokestacks and stuff out. All right, let's do that again. Metal caster again. Flip that guy like that. Right, so 1, 2 down here again. All right, now that we actually may have that thing where I want it, go ahead and molten channel this guy, and we'll molten channel this guy like that. Right, so now once I get all those out, then I need to put probably, let's see, let me get a storage box, a storage unit here, because this one's going to be, I do it like that. That will be fine. And then once I do that, we can do transport here. We can do flat conveyor belt. We can go, that is not the right way. I don't know why I'm having so much difficulty figuring out. There. Now that should be there. I keep flopping those the wrong direction. So that can go in there like that. This guy can go straight. Nope. Nope. Like that. Flat connector. And then a flat conveyor belt. You go from there to there like that. Okay. So once all that stuff is built, right? So what I can end up doing is I'm going to Control C this entire thing, right? And then I'm going to hit F to flip it, and it allows me to flip it, right? And then once I do all that, I'm just going to stamp this thing down on the other side, right? So this is all kind of in and glorious, right? So this is going to be the ability to kind of stamp all this stuff down. And then once they get all this built, Now I got to figure out how I want to bring in. And then honestly, I'm going to do the exact same thing probably for copper, except for copper, we'll do all that and then just add the electrolysis at the end. But this will be my basic smelting setup. So whether it's doing it for iron, it's doing it for whatever, this will be my basic iron setup, right? Now I do think I need to have two, right? So if I do set recipe, so I do need coal. So I'll need coal in here. Right, so at that point, what we'll do is we're going to take storages. We're going to do a loose storage here. Do a loose storage here. Do a loose storage here. Right, and then once we get both of those done, we'll do another loose storage here. Okay. Now this will be a U-shaped from here to there. A U-shape from here to here, like this. Okay. And then you can go from here to there. You can go from here to there. Okay. And then you can go like that. And you can go, oh, you're going to be, you don't like that because you can't turn. Okay. All right. So now let's figure out how we're going to get these in here. All right. So molten channel, no, not molten channel, U-shaped conveyor. You kind of have to go like this. Why are you going over there? I don't understand what you're doing here. All right, you. All right, U-shaped conveyor. You. No. Why are you going way down there? I don't understand what you're doing. You. I want you to go up. U-shaped conveyor. You. Up. There you go. There. Oh, that's why it's freaking out. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. All right, so let's get rid of this guy because this thing was coming out to a weird direction. All right. Okay, all right. My fault. My fault, game. Sorry. Anytime you guys can pick that up, that'd be great. All right, so you can now go from to there to there like that. All right. So now you have gone like that. You no. Right. So you guys can go pick that stuff up. All right, thank you. Now, nope. U-shaped conveyor. I am trying to get All right, I think I can get this thing to work the way I want it to. All right, you go there. You go up one. Like, you are just difficult, aren't you? I don't think it wants to do what I want it to do. Yeah, it takes two to go up. That's why. All right, I see what's going on now. All right, so let's do this then. All right, more destruction. Trying to get the belts to go in and look the way I want them to is proving to be a bit of a pain. You know what? Fine. There, just do this. Let's start over. Let's start over. That's fine. Oh, I didn't mean to take that out, but all right, that's fine too. Oh no, he just built that. That's fine. That thing's too far back. Why are you so far back? All right, I'm hoping y'all are. Oh my lord, I am freaking ridiculously over time. All right, let me get this guy kind of cleaned up. All right, I'm gonna fight with this for a minute on my own, and I'll be right back. All right, I think I finally got that all figured out. So I just had to kind of run it into almost into it and bounce it over, and then that way I can get both those up out of the way. It leaves me kind of a little bit of extra space in here. The only other thing I really need is to get where is it? Recycling, waste management, smokestack, right? And then we'll just kind of put a smokestack in here. We'll put a smokestack in over here also, right? And then once we get those in, we can kind of do this. We'll do a little bit of pipe action there, a little bit of pipe action here, right? And then that way, what this will end up doing is it's going to pull, we'll be able to put coal and iron or copper or scrap, whatever we need to in here. And then we'll just get resources out down here. Now I'll need to go through and so Control C, like this whole thing, right? So I want to add this whole thing as a blueprint to copy them, right? And then so F Shift Control, right, copying original configuration. Oh, wow. Okay, that's helpful. So flat, loose, fluid, molten, right? So this is just a, let's see, can I actually, and then F4 for blueprints, right? So we can go to F4 for blueprints, new, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab this guy. All right, so that way I can make an entire blueprint. And then this thing will allow me to go in here and say bulk smelting, right? So we should be able to do that guy. It tells me all the crazy stuff that I need to be able to actually build that, right? And then we can go ahead and save that guy. We can do that. And then once I have that all saved, then what I can do is I can go in here and tell this guy to be, I want you to be coal, right? And then I can actually tell the truck to keep it like at 100. This guy I want to be let's see, no, iron scrap, right? And we can keep that at just keep it at 200. You'll be all right. And then that should automatically bring our stuff in. Now I want to see if it will auto kind of figure out what it's doing, or if I'm going to have to tell it all its life. And then once I do all that stuff, now this can all be destroyed, right? So ultimately, like this, I don't need anymore. But what I can do is go to F4 like this. We can go default. We can place this guy right. We can rotate it like this. And then actually, before I do that, let's get rid of this stuff. Let's get, I want to get all this stuff deleted. Get all this stuff. I don't know if it's going to be happy about me deleting that or not. It's got nowhere to put all that stuff. Let's get all this deleted. Get that deleted. It's not going to let me delete it because it's got stuff in it. Get all that deleted. So hopefully all these guys will get toted off. That stuff is all getting picked up. That is not going to be picked up. So I need to do this and need to tell it to delete that stuff. Tell it to delete this stuff, right? I need to tell it to delete. I think this one. So it's waiting for the materials to be removed from that guy. Then I can go in here, this guy, and get rid of all of this. All right, so that stuff is all being carried off and going to gotten rid of. It's under deletion. This guy's the same thing. They're trying to figure out what to do with those things to get rid of them, and then it will delete it eventually. Then we'll go back to our F4 here, and I want to change this thing a little bit, right? So if I do... Actually, where is that? It's coming from over there, so I didn't even need to delete all that. Right, so this stuff can just go in just like this. Boop. That way that can start getting built. And then, all right, so this doesn't know what to do, so I do need to set its recipes. So we're going to set its recipe to this guy. We'll set this recipe also to this guy. So both of those are now allowed to do basically scrap. This guy is already kind of set up to do whatever it can do. Right? And then, so once those kind of go through, anytime you're ready. So obviously this side's going to run a little bit more. That's fine. And then that way it turns into this massive amount of throughput. And then these guys can all go crazy. Anytime you're ready. And okay, maybe it needs more. Maybe it needs more. All right, so that way we can just process the scrap and get rid of it. This stuff is all going to get built. And then we're going to change these guys into, not that it matters, but we'll do coal on this side here. So coal, and we'll do 100 of those. That will be fine. Over here, we will do iron ore, and get me 100 of those. That will be fine. Right, and I need to set this thing to do scrap, but it'll set itself to do it automatically, but we will set it to slag, and then basically set it to keep it below 100. This guy should have figured his life out, but it didn't, so we're going to set him down to 100 also. So that way, that's not what's stopping me from running. Now this guy, oh, technically, this whole thing is bad now, because that is coming out of there. All right, dang it. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna get that thing cleaned up. I'm gonna have to move this whole thing. I might even move that, and then get all this whole thing. All right. You know what? Let's just do it that way. Let's just go here, because actually all this stuff can come out of there. So instead, let's go to what here? C, Control C. I'm not going to go find it. I'm just going to build it, right? So Let's see. Let's put you there. That'll be fine. Right, and then that thing will go from there. U-shaped conveyor straight from here, straight to there. And then once we get those guys in, this one I'll be able to get rid of. So that will be the ultimate plan there. We'll put a couple of more boxes over here so this thing can output its storage boxes. So we'll do. Let's go storage, loose storage like this. I think I'm kind of. Yeah, that thing's got to be out of the way. So what I'll do is I'll eventually get, like, this thing will get dismantled once all this stuff is built. This guy is going to be changed to set recipe. This guy will be set recipe to this guy. Okay. And then that way it produces all that stuff. I don't know if this thing actually produces slag. Does it not produce? Oh, it doesn't produce slag. I didn't even need to do that. It's there. It'll be fine. So, and then they're going to be able to start bringing stuff in there. So we'll eventually get stuff brought in here. And then these guys should be auto set to do that stuff. They are. So it's all set up to kind of get our thing going for us, which will be great. As soon as we get these things built. Why do these things aren't built? Why? Just more construction. I put a little bit of damper on my whole construction thing here. It is it's a little backed up. So oh yeah, they're taking stuff straight to these guys, I think. Yeah. So because this stuff isn't set up yet, so they're basically just dumping it straight into it. Up, and there comes a little bit of slag out. And then this guy ought to be set up to get rid of it. But that will be our setup for now. And it kind of allows me to make it tileable somewhat. If I really wanted to, I could just take the buckets off the front and then just basically tile them. So that would kind of help us to be able to do that and to get more and more stuff going. But that's going to be what we're going to be trying to do. So sorry for the really long episode. I got a little bit lost in the sauce here. And then so we're going to have this thing up and running. And hopefully at some point start getting better at producing our ores and stuff. And then be able to start handling what we're trying to do. The next thing I need to do is probably go up here and sort this thing out, because we do need more of these things. This things need to be spun around. It needs to be built a little bit better and a little bit more efficiently, so that we can do what we need to do. So as we're going to go and do that, hopefully you are enjoying the content. If you are, please consider throwing a like on the video. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can leave those down below. Next episode, I'll probably get the copper straightened out over here. I'll get all this picked up and moved and use this design over there. And I'll have all that stuff done. So, but with that, you guys be safe and we'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.